Welcome back to Waypoint. We are on our third and probably last installment of Eureka High. I'm Mimi, I'm the Game Master for this one. I go by they, them pronouns.
Hello, I'm Luca, he, they, and I'll be playing Ignacio Quintana, future superhero.
Hi, I'm Viola. I play Laura Papadopoulos Miller, aspiring scientist and know-it-all.
Hi, I'm Jules, he, her pronouns. I play Mandy Marks, she, her pronouns, who is gonna be in a bit of a pickle this episode from how the last one ended, I think.
Oh yeah. Now, before we get back into the action, last time I actually forgot to give Ignacio his gold star for the rocket punch, which I think deserves a gold star, honestly.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was my one success on the die.
Now, I'm sure you cannot wait to get back into it and see what's going to happen next, because last time we left off at a pretty dramatic moment.
I don't remember, what was it?
I don't remember either. Didn't one of us, get his shoe stuck somewhere and we had to get it back out? And,
No, I think we just beat the bad guys. We sneezed real hard and they fell over.
Yeah, the rocket punch shot them all straight to the moon. They were blasting off again.
Yeah, like Team Rocket, exactly. Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well, Mandy did end up joining the bad guys.
Ah, that seems wrong. That's villainous.
Nah, I would have remembered that.
Mandy would never.
No.
And things escalated a tiny bit because to prove how serious the Exile Alliance is, their leader has asked for Layla Khan and is now about to slit her throat with a knife. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So the only one of you in the room at the moment is Mandy.
Yeah.
Which means if someone wanted to intervene, it would probably have to be her.
Yeah. I am multi-motivated to stop this in some way. Because, Mandy has a complicated relationship with Layla. But, doesn't want her to die.
Yeah.
And also, I want to keep the child murder count on our podcast relatively low. So,
understandable.
Let's see if we can avoid that.
We are not like other podcasts where there's so much child death.
You mentioned last time that Layla is trying to use her powers, but can't really, because she can't, focus.
Yes, you can tell that sometimes her skin seems to ripple, and that's usually what happens when she's about to shapeshift, but it doesn't really work.
Okay, so my idea would be, I don't want to suddenly be attacked by all these supervillains either. So my idea is, if I can somehow get her to get the use of her powers back, then she can get out. And if I can do it subtly, then nobody notices that I did that.
Yeah, I suppose, if you find a way to do that.
In the next few seconds.
Yeah. And that brings me to the point of Mandy used to be friends with Layla before Layla got her superpowers. And would I remember anything from that time that would help, that would be calming to Layla, even in a stressful situation like this? Can I drop something that maybe linguistically shows that she is in some way protected here, that I want to help her? Something subtle. Maybe there was a superhero that the two of them were big fans of back then. Maybe a slightly alt superhero, someone a little bit outside of the big SOS categories, who they both used to really like and have a fan club of or something like that.
You want me to give you a superpower because I have some written down?
Yeah, we could do something like that.
So I have a superpower that is called animate paper. So it would be someone who could, for a period of time, basically make paper figures come to life.
Ooh.
Okay, so there used to be this big superhero, Silver Age kind of time, or maybe even a bit later, maybe even Bronze Age, who was as the power we discussed, could paper fold as a superpower, and she was called the Origami Ma'am. And she had a catchphrase that she would say to supervillains. Something about folding. You gotta know when to fold. Something like that. And the two of them used to be really big fans of her because she was kind of creative. She was kind of off level. She wasn't active in Waypoint. She was active in some nowhere town in Nebraska, but it was a cool superhero who had like a sort of anti-establishment presence. And it was kind of the in-between point where Layla and Mandy kind of met in their interests in superpowered beings. And Mandy sort of has all of that passing through her head right now as she watches that supervillain almost slit her throat, which she's very not cool with. And she's like, hey, you know, as I said before, at the point where you like actually kill a kid, there's no going back. You know that, right?
He doesn't even look at you anymore. You can tell that there seems to be some sort of internal battle going on because his hand with the knife is shaking.
Mandy looks down into Layla's eyes and looks back up at him and says, look, I know it looks like you have the better cards right now, but sometimes you gotta know when to fold.
And now, give me a roll, please.
Okay, what do I have?
I think your history favorite subject must... I mean, that's...
Yeah, that clearly factors in.
That could fit into this.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it.
I also am Stimky. I am currently still Stimky. So it's just a flat +2 -1 because I stink, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, that's 3. That would bring me to a 4. Yeah, then I gotta spend my gold star.
You have 1 gold star left.
Yeah, I have 1 gold star left. I'm gonna spend it.
All right. I think since this is a success for you, you get to narrate what happens next.
So I think Layla kind of looks at me like she recognized what I said there, and my eyes dart down to her again, and like I give a slight nod before I look up at the villain again, and I do like almost as if I'm preparing myself to like talk to the villain or to like calm down so I can have a better conversation. I do like this demonstrative breathing in, breathing out to sort of suggest to Layla, you know, try to calm down, try to find like a calm spot. And I think that actually helps her sort of center herself in her powers and gives her the ability to shapeshift out of her confines.
Yeah, I think who she transforms into is actually Origami.
Oh.
And Origami is like a very muscular woman, like she's beefy.
Origa, damn!
The transformation ends up being too much for the restriction of the rope. And also, since her proportions change, the knife is now more towards her chest than her throat.
Oh, way better. It's just a heart. Who cares?
But there's some ribs in between at least.
Yeah, like, depending on how you hold the knife, this is a lot better. And what she does is just headbutt the third member of the Exile Alliance, who stumbles back, the knife still in hand, and then Layla runs. She runs towards the back, and you assume that she's just gonna leave the auditorium.
Oh man, I'm so shocked by this development. I am frozen in place. Oh man, I'd run after her to try to catch her, but I'm so shocked.
The leader turns around to you and the other two, and he says, "Get her!"
Okay, now I move.
Looking Glass next to you is sort of awkwardly shifting between her feet, and she says, you know what, I think we have enough hostages. I think we can let this one go.
I mean, she does seem pretty strong, right?
He also doesn't seem very convinced by that. So I guess you could say something to, I don't know, de-escalate the situation or do something.
No, I'm just stalling. Like, you know, she can transform into stuff, I guess. So I don't know how we could, like, tie her down.
He looks at you pretty darkly and says, fine. But if she comes back, I'm not gonna be the one who deals with her. And I think Mandy gets to have a gold star for that one.
Woo!
That was
Nice.
a pretty smart way to deal with the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
I am probably gonna get detention as a result of joining the terrorists.
Yeah. That's pretty detention worthy. Okay, the other two saw all of this going down on the live stream. What was your reaction to that?
I think Laura just sighs a incredible sigh of relief and drops onto a chair or desk, whichever is nearby. She did it. She got away.
Yeah, but they're not gonna just let her go. I think we need to do something.
Can we see on the screen that they are not following right now?
You can only see the 3 ones, like Mandy, and the other 2 you already know, but the 3rd one is out of frame.
So, I mean, we have to help her get out.
Yes.
Okay, so out the window towards the auditorium?
Okay. We know about the knot thing.
Yeah.
So if we can find the other, we can dissolve those force fields.
Yeah, but the question is, are they on this side of the force field or the other side? I don't think we have the time. I think we just head for the window and run out. I don't want to spend 5 minutes looking for a piece of thread somewhere in the floor that maybe has a 50% chance of being on this side of a barrier.
Yeah, no, you're right. We need to go.
Okay, Laura heads towards the window. They put a desk underneath and try to clamber out before shit went down.
Oh, this again.
Yeah. So I think we just clamber out and run towards the auditorium. I think back entrance. And see if we can spot anyone on the run.
You can actually see someone sprinting away from the building. And in the direction behind the auditorium, there's usually an exit towards a parking area. But that exit is also blocked off by an energy barrier.
Is there anyone in pursuit?
Doesn't seem to be for now.
I think Laura sort of whisper shouts, Lila! Lila! Psst, over here! Lila! And sort of tries to wave her over towards, like, maybe some trees or something that are a bit more out of sight.
Yeah, I don't think she can hear you on that distance.
Okay, time to do something bold, I guess. Let's see. Do I have something I can throw that will make noise, or like a firecracker?
I feel like you have a lot of stuff that could potentially make noise.
Okay, I'm gonna get like a spray can. I'm going to like poke it and throw it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, that requires a roll, because this can go so fucking bad.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it can. It can.
Okay, this is clank though, so I got a +1.
Yes, I think this counts as clank.
Wait, I have a really good idea. Sprays eyes with paint.
Okay, I got a 5 on the die.
Nice!
Okay, so I think the can just lands there and just starts spinning and sizzling as the gas comes out of the hole I poked in it.
So I think this is the type of noise that is very noticeable when you're in earshot of it. But if you're somewhere inside a building and it's happening outside, you probably won't notice it, which is like exactly what you want.
Yay!
Hopefully.
So the person that ran away from the auditorium actually notices the 2 of you and for a moment just stands there.
I motion for them to come over.
Yeah, she starts sprinting towards you. And now, let's get back to Mandy.
Oh boy.
The leader of the Exile Alliance seems pretty mad right now. Like, really pissed off, which is probably not great. And he glares at Mandy especially and says, "So I will reseal the exit because I don't want anyone else getting out. And the 3 of you don't do anything while I'm gone."
Why was the exit unsealed?
The mood shrugs and says, I couldn't get outside to get to the 3 of you otherwise, and I guess we just sort of forgot after that.
Man, I guess this should have been resealed sooner, huh?
Yeah, probably. Looking Glass grabs your arm and says, "So, I can still get you out of here. Things seem to be heating up a bit more than I anticipated, and I don't think it's great for you to be here."
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's great for any of you to be here either.
You have nothing riding on this. We actually need to do this.
Why? Why do you need to do this? Why do you feel like you need to do this?
You heard what we want, right? You heard the demands or whatever.
Yeah, you want some supervillains let out of like a Supermax prison or something like that with a funny acronym.
Horny jail.
Yeah.
Yes, the NSFW.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, because, like, all of our parents are in there. We need to get them out.
That explains why you have the powers of, like, older superheroes.
Oh.
I mean, I get it, but, like, do you think this is gonna work? Like, then... Sorry, just because, like, your boss is not here right now. Wouldn't say that in front of him. But, like, this plan is doomed to fail. They're not gonna do it.
There's really no other way.
Maybe there is. Like, breaking in seems safer than this. There's gonna be heroes swarming this place in a bit. And you saw what your boss was like. Like, he couldn't kill a single hostage. I don't think this is gonna work out well for you. And I think if you stop now, before people get, like, genuinely hurt, this might be a slap on the wrist. I want to be a supervillain as much as the next guy, right? But, like, a supervillain's gotta know when to stop fighting the hero. Supervillains gotta know when to duck away and hide and wait for things to blow over.
We will never get another chance like this with an ex-SOS member as a hostage.
Look, I get it. I get the desperation of it, right? But I'm just telling you the truth as I see it. And the truth as I see it is, your leader has led you down a path that none of you want to take. And I don't know, like, you gotta think of something else. You gotta think of something better.
You see that both the Mood and Looking Glass are very unsure about how to proceed.
Perfect.
And in the midst of this pause in the conversation, the third one comes back. So, exit sealed again. We need to set up the camera again so we can keep going.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Should I do that? I don't have superpowers. I can set up a camera.
He nods towards you.
Okay.
Looking Glass steps forward and says, So, Figure 8, I thought maybe we could talk about things again, because I think things went a little bit wrong there. Figure 8 glares at her and says, Yes, something went fucking wrong. You just let her go and let me do the entire work. You have to pull your weight here, or otherwise this is never gonna succeed. Mandy is actually standing pretty close to the Mood at this point, who just mutters, Yeah, never gonna succeed, right? So you can tell that there are tensions within the group at this moment. And in this sort of inopportune moment, Multitool wakes up.
Oh boy.
You can hear a groan coming from the dome that he's lying under. He slowly gets up and then starts hammering against the energy field with his prosthetic arms. He also seems to be shouting something, but there's no sound coming out.
Looks like our hostage woke up.
Figure 8 looks in the direction of Multitool and smirks. I mean, not like he's going to get out by himself.
I mean, that's true. What's the next step?
Well, maybe threatening some random high schooler wasn't enough. Maybe we actually just have to, threaten their golden boy here.
Mandy puts on a somewhat unconvincing smile and says, Oh yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright, now back to the other two. You are outside. By now, Lila has arrived where you are. I think you said you were somewhere where there's trees, so you're not in direct line of sight from the auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And on her way, Lila actually changed back into her normal form.
Are you alright? We saw what happened on the camera, but...
No, I'm fucking not alright! They tried to kill me!
Yeah, we saw.
And why the fuck is Mandy in there?
She's infiltrating.
She went over to the bad guys.
Two different perspectives.
We need to get out of here. This is really dangerous.
We can't just leave the others in there. This dude's crazy. Who knows what they'll do next? We have to get them out.
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything. Like, spoiler alert, none of us are superheroes or, in any way qualified for this.
You don't have to be qualified to do what's right.
Yes you do, if you don't want to die.
Well, if we don't try anything, other people are gonna die. I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to do it. I'm not going back in there.
Okay, cool, have fun.
It's not like I can do anything, and you can do even less than me.
Okay, you're gonna take that back.
You did not just say that. Iggy here punched one of them so hard their superpowers shut off. What did you do? You became big and ran away, and instead of going back there and punching someone with these impressive muscles or, become really small and do some reconnaissance for us, you're just gonna hide?
Well, I didn't see you saving me there with your punches.
Yeah, but I saw it and it was awesome.
You're just gonna leave Mandy in there?
Listen, there's no point in all of us dying, okay? I'm pretty sure she would have wanted me to get out and save my own life.
Ah, and I thought Mandy was a dick. Okay, let's go.
Okay, Lila, this guy works with magic. Find something that has a knot in it and tie the knot, and then the thing should go out. The other two can like teleport via reflections and make you super anxious. So look out for that. Good luck. Say hello to the other cowards out there. We're going to go save some people. And Laura sort of salutes her sarcastically and turns around and goes back to the school building.
Lila just sort of calls out to you, don't die or whatever.
Will do. And I think as soon as we're out of sight, Laura turns back to Iggy. Okay, how the fuck are we going to save anybody?
Okay, now we know the powers. We know the looking glass is only, like, she can't do anything if there's no reflective surfaces. And I think I have another can of paint. And
we have the chemistry book. And I think Laura has been hugging it like a shield this entire time.
okay.
Sure.
Like, if we can make, like, a smoke bomb or something, then she can't see the reflections and then she can't use her powers.
Yes?
And the mood didn't seem all that happy about getting punched, so maybe it's like with Lila and they have to concentrate.
That makes sense.
We have discovered his kryptonite is getting punched.
The power of fists strikes again.
The other one, well, he needs to tie a knot. None of them have like laser powers. All of them need to be...
Line of sight, at least, I think.
Yeah, they need to see us and they need to be able to focus at least a little bit. So if we keep them off balance, we have a chance.
Okay, so what do you think? I go to the chemistry lab and whip up something to create a lot of smoke and confusion, and depending on what we have there, maybe I can get even like some chloroform or something working. And you go to the tech area and try to build like a taser or something so we can knock them out.
I think all I need is a very, very long extension cord. There's a taser functionality in the gauntlet, but I couldn't get the good enough battery.
Something like that should probably be backstage in the auditorium.
Or a janitor's office.
Let's look first in the janitor closet.
Okay.
It's probably closer to...
I think... man, I hate doing this because I shout at the TV screen every time this happens, but I think we should split up. They went from hostages to murder in like a matter of minutes. I don't think we have time to go on an entire quest right now.
Okay, do you have my phone number?
No, but we can change that.
Okay, here we go.
I make a group with just the two of us and call us the rescuers.
Down under.
Okay.
And now give me a second. I need to pick a picture for this group chat.
Bro!
Let me set up a meme channel real quick.
Okay, so I would say let's text each other now and then just to see that everything's okay. And you know what? I think I will get Baxter in here as well. Then he can have a look at the stream and update us on anything that's going, because I don't have time to look at the screen the entire time.
Okay.
So the rescuers is now Laura, Ignacio, and Baxter.
Baxter is their guy at the
in
guy
the chair,
at the computer.
Yeah.
Guy behind the screen.
Baxter just posts a sunglasses emoji.
Laura shoots a facepalm emoji. Just tell us when something happens on stream that we should know about.
He posts a thumbs up.
Baxter posts an "I'm worried about you" in the venting channel.
Or like a meme of like a cute kitten that's like hugging a plushy heart or something that says, "Please don't die."
That image of a cat hanging like from a pole, like hang in there.
Hang in there. Don't die.
Hang in there, bottom text.
Don't die, smiley face.
I did not expect Baxter to become your guy in the chair, but here we are. So I think we established that the two of you want to split up.
Yes.
So what is it exactly that each of you wants to do?
Okay, Ignacio is going to break into the janitor's closet to pick up as many extension cords and any other possible thing I can use. If there's like cleaning products or any blunt instrument.
I mean, some bleach in the eyes won't go smoothly.
Depends on whose eyes.
How are you getting back into the school?
Window. Or we could actually try to dissolve the force field and stop the climbing stuff.
You could.
We need the nuts to dissolve the force field. We can take a quick look. If we can find it, I'll just go inside the auditorium and try and find the extension cord there.
Yeah.
The knot for the back entrance is actually not hidden or anything. It's literally just on the door. Like where you push it open, there's just a knot there.
Oh, perfect. I'll just undo it.
As you undo the knot, you can see that the force field also disappears.
Perfect.
Nice.
Laura shoots a text in the group chat. We're in.
We're back in.
We're back in, yeah.
Okay, let's get our stuff.
Good luck, don't get killed.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
So what is Laura doing?
Chemistry, baby!
Okay. Which one of you wants to start?
Luca, you go first.
Okay.
All right.
I want to see what kind of flammable cleaning liquids are in this closet.
Okay, let's see. Do I roll?
I think you can get pretty easily to the janitor's closet. Yeah, it's a pretty normal storage with cleaning supplies. You have a lot of flammable stuff there. You have buckets there. It's pretty much all there. And you also found a bit of electrical equipment, including an extension cord.
Okay, that's good.
So I think the extension cord you can just take with you. I assume you want to plug it in the auditorium.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something with chemicals there or whatever other cleaning supplies are in there, you can do that too, or try that.
Ooh, just get some bleach, put it into a spray bottle, and if anyone comes close, spray it in their face.
That one, of course. And then I'm gonna try and get something with a little more pressure and see if I can build a quick flamethrower.
Okay, that's great.
I thought I was hardcore when I said spray bleach into their eyes and you're gonna build a flamethrower?
I mean, how deadly is spraying bleach into people's eyes? Like, how much does that fucking wreck them?
I don't think it's, like, deadly, but it might really wreck your eyes.
It's bad.
If you get to it quick enough, it might be fine-ish.
Dude, they're out there trying to kill people.
I mean, yeah. So, like, putting bleach into a spray bottle seems a pretty easy thing to do. I don't think you need to roll for that.
Okay.
But if you want to build a flamethrower, that definitely needs a roll.
Flamethrower out of a vacuum cleaner and some cleaning supplies. Let's see.
Yes.
Plus clank. And it's 4 on the die. It's a total of 5.
Nice!
Perfect. So I've got the gauntlet, I've got the spray bottle, and I'm wearing the vacuum cleaner like a backpack with a hose in my free hand.
So I imagine you have the bleach just sort of on your belt somewhere, so you can grab it quickly.
You can also get me another spray bottle if you want. I would be fine with having a weapon of some sort.
Oh yeah. I'll get you a second spray bottle and...
Ignacio has a Ghostbusters power pack now.
Yeah, he
So
does.
cool.
And he built in like 5 minutes.
And I guess some sort of helmet. I'll just grab the first bucket and make a helmet.
Hell yeah. All right, so let's get back to Laura.
I'm just imagining like Ignacio sending in the group chat a picture of a spray bottle. Got you a weapon, winky face. My question is, I assume at least the chemicals itself will probably be like locked away somewhere and not just standing around.
Oh yeah, totally. I think there's just another storage room that has a door that leads into it from the classroom, but that door is locked, obviously.
Okay. So I think Laura will first try the like credit card in the crack and trying to shimmy it open thing.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I think if you want to get it open, you would probably have to use force.
Then I guess Laura will try to think, okay, what would Ignacio do? A chair. I'll try use a chair leg as a crowbar to sort of pry the door open.
Hell yeah, the return of the chair.
Yeah.
All right, give me a roll for that.
Do I have... No, I don't think I have anything. You could say it's a competition between me and the door.
Yeah, no. Not on this one.
I'm being desperate here, I should just roll.
Yes.
It's a 6.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Man, I keep rolling so well in this one shot.
So, yeah, you managed to pry that door open, and I think a secret part of you actually kind of likes doing this sort of dangerous, forbidden thing.
Yeah.
Even though you would probably never admit it.
No.
Yeah, so the chemicals are yours for the taking.
Okay, so I think Laura takes out the advanced chemistry book and just goes to like the chapter about sulfur compounds and stuff like that. And basically like grabs a few beakers and mixes chemicals that if you combine them create like this very sulfurous, bad smelling yellow smoke that's is like super obnoxious and yeah, probably pretty distracting and might actually be a bit hard for people to do magic or see anything when it smells like the worst fart ever.
Okay, yeah, you can try to do that.
But here my science helps. And I know a lot about a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll +3. That's a 3. +3 is a 6.
Hell yeah. So you managed to build your stink bomb.
I think Laura like takes a few beakers and like, okay, mix it together, throw it, and then just hope for the best.
Yeah, that sounds great. This is just a mastermind plan. I love it.
Laura comes back down with like an armful of beakers.
I assume you just meet up again at the door.
What's that on your bag?
Oh, this? Oh, we're gonna light them up.
Okay. You do know I made like smoke bombs. We
Nice.
don't need that. Also, why did you send me a spray bottle picture?
Oh, because it's for you. I made you this.
Thanks.
It's bleach.
Oh, okay. What do I do with that?
Ruin their clothes.
Also, but mainly go for the eyes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, these two, mix them, throw them. Do not wait. Mix, throw. It's gonna sting a lot, but you won't see anything, and we'll have the element of surprise, so yeah.
Okay, we're ready to go.
I think each of you probably has one of the smoke stink bombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just picturing this, like two teenagers, one with a vacuum cleaner on his back and like a spritz bottle put through his trousers and 2 beakers, and like a girl with like a big book, 2 beakers and another bottle are just marching across the school grounds to fight some supervillains.
Like, I'm getting very hard DIY Ghostbusters vibes.
Yeah, it's great. I love it so much. All right. So, any plans on how to get into the auditorium?
So I think pincer maneuver. One goes in the front, other one goes in from the back, and we message, and then we go from 2 sides at once, and then they are super surprised.
Okay.
Since they think they locked all the entrances and stuff, so...
But they've locked all the entrances.
Yeah, but we know how to unlock them.
If you can find the knot, and if that one isn't inside.
So, do you want to go front door or back door?
I think I should go front.
Also, if one of us could get to multi-tool and get him out of that bubble, that would give us a very big advantage.
Okay, I think I have more firepower, so I should go first. Like, I'll be the distraction.
Okay, let's do this, I guess.
Okay, let's be heroes.
Yeah. Who needs superpowers when they have our brains, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And Laura fist bumps Iggy.
And you go to the door and it's closed.
Yeah. And the knot is on the inside.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little spoiler. It is indeed on the inside, mostly because figure 8 is on the inside.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, for sure.
I think then in the group chat it's just a picture of the door and like a question mark like drawn across it. Windows?
Window. Also, should we text Mandy?
Do you have my number?
I don't think many people have her number.
I could ask Buxton knows a lot of people. Hey Baxter, can you get Mandy's phone number?
I mean, you can just walk into the nearest shadow and ask Joey.
That's actually a good idea.
Actually, Baxter just texts, oh yeah, I asked Joey her number, and then he sends her number.
Okay, so let's look for a window to get in, and when we're inside, just before we go in, we're gonna text Mandy, get ready, fire in the hole, cover your eyes, and throw our stuff, and hopefully she won't sell us out again.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You can only hope.
And now you want to go through the windows, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yep.
Okay, so I can already tell you, you're definitely going to get in. The question is, are you going to get in quietly? So, give me a roll.
Iggy, you are tinkerer. Do you happen to have some tape?
Of course. Yeah.
If we can tape that like in a sheet across the window, then we can break it and the pieces are gonna stick to the tape and don't fall down and make a big mess.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, I saw it in a movie once. But don't tell my mom watch the movie, okay? Anytime I'm not actively studying or watching a documentary, she gets like super upset about it, so.
Baxter showed you that movie on his laptop.
I went to a movie with Baxter, like just some action flick. And Laura's mom was like, oh, you go out with your friends. That's great. Social contact is so important to be a well-rounded person. Be back by 8. Okay, so I'll glue the stuff and you're going to punch it with your gauntlet?
Okay.
Mimi, do you want to make this 2 rolls or 1 roll with a help mechanic?
Yeah, I think it would be 1 roll with a help mechanic. I think what happens here is that you actually just tape it and then tell Iggy where he should punch and how much he should punch. And you're just being really pedantic about it, and it's actually not very helpful.
You were saying I'm being a pedantic know-it-all about this incredible piece of information I have. Okay. I mean, I have gold stars, gotta use them sometimes.
Yep.
Which I will need on this 4. Which is a 3 with the minus from my being a wank.
Exactly. But you can use your gold star.
Yeah, I think we need the +1.
Okay. Rolling.
But being blank, being unnoticed is something that...
Yeah, that's true. So I get +2 and nice, 7 total.
Yes!
That's very good.
Got it.
So this is so much more quiet than you even expected. You feel like the glass should have made at least some sort of sound, but...
It's just a little crunch and then it flops in.
Yeah, that was pretty successful, and I think you can climb through pretty easily now.
Mimi, you said the main entrance leads into the main auditorium room?
Yes.
And the back entrance like in the behind-the-scenes area and where the other people are being held hostage.
Yeah, probably. Like, they were not in the room that you saw, at least.
Can we see on the stream if all 4 of them are still in the main room?
You know what? I'm going to let that play out now. Let's change to Mandy and see what Mandy and the villains were up to in that time.
Yeah.
So Multitool has woken up and seems pretty mad at this moment.
Understandable, honestly.
And Figure 8 just sort of stares at him for a bit and seems to relish in the fact that this SOS member is so angry and out of it.
So, do you think that his new arms also have powers?
I mean, probably not, right? Otherwise he would still be a hero.
No, I mean, like, the SOS have people to do, like, I don't know, future tech shit, right? If I wanted to protect, like, a superhero, I would probably, like, even if they're not a superhero anymore, I'd give them, like, at least gun arms, right?
Yeah, I don't think you know the SOS very well. Like, they wouldn't waste resources on someone like him.
I mean, I feel like I do know the SOS at least, like, a little well. And, like, isn't your whole plan reliant on the SOS caring about this guy?
Listen, they care about him because all of this is public. This is part of their weird promotional campaign. If they don't interfere and save him, it's going to look really fucking bad for them.
Okay, so who's gonna do it?
The Mood, I think this is your cue. And next to you, the Mood sort of sighs and then walks up to the dome and just stretches out their hand. And it seems to actually take pretty long to have an actual visible effect on Multitool. But the longer that the Mood works on him, the more you can see that this anxiety is getting to him and he sinks to the floor.
So you're basically like deactivating him and then doing the thing.
Yeah, but this time I'm not gonna use stupid rope.
I mean, I guess that's an idea. Okay, so you're gonna kill him?
How about you get the camera over here so we can show everyone how fucking weak the SOS members are?
Internal conflict. Like, that is kind of what I came here to do. But I think confronted with actual murder, Mandy is kind of rethinking some things right now.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
She is gonna, like, bring over the camera and clumsily knock it over. I'm like, damn, sorry. I don't think it's still running. I'm gonna turn it on again. Do we have to restart the stream? Is it, like, continual? How does this camera setup work? I'm not really, like, a tech person.
Looking Glass gets her phone out, and you can see that the stream is still going, and she says, I think we need to restart this.
I, stealthily turn off the camera. And then put it up again. And I hold it up to figure 8, and I'm like, yeah, it's not glowing anymore. I don't know what happened there.
Do I have to do everything myself?
No, I can figure it out. Give me it's gotta be one of those buttons. Shit, that ejects the battery. Wait, it's on the ground now. I'll find it. Shit, it rolled off the stage. Give me a sec. I'll put the camera down here so I can't do anything worse. I'm sorry, this is so awkward. But nobody's seeing it, at least. The camera's off. And, Mandy's jumping off the stage, trying to locate the battery for a bit. Unless someone interferes, she's just gonna make this last as long as possible. I have to, stretch for 10 minutes or something. You guys were busy.
I think, though, that the thing with multi-tool was also going on for a while, and until he was actually down on his knees, it took some time. He seemed to be pretty resilient.
While Mandy is down there, she is gonna briefly check if her phone has a connection in here.
It does.
I don't have the number of either of those either, and I think typing would be a bit too obvious. So
yeah.
I think I'm just gonna start a call with Joey and then turn off the screen and turn off his audio.
Okay.
Maybe Joey has an idea.
So are you thinking that Joey is supposed to give you something, or what's the plan here?
I'm thinking two things. I'm first thinking, hey, maybe we're talking in here. Maybe someone outside can use the information that these people are giving away openly. Maybe Joey connects this to someone else. That's the hope. And additionally, this is hopefully exonerating evidence for me.
Okay.
When this whole shit really goes down.
Okay, good. So you do that. And I think, meanwhile, the other ones are actually in the building now.
What do you think? Should we get the other hostages out first and then attack them? I mean, they look to all be in the main room, so no one's guarding the other 3. I mean, I don't want Alistair's help, but I want that little fuck out of here in case we need to throw down. Well, when we throw down.
I think I should go in, make as much noise as I can, and at the same time you free the hostages. And if anything goes wrong, just throw Alistair in front of you.
Maybe you can stall for time a bit?
Yeah.
I'll throw the smoke bomb and then it's go time.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Good luck. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
But not with the gauntlet, please.
Fist bump emojis.
And we shoot at Baxter, about to do some cool shit.
You get a hell yeah.
It's not going to be on camera because I'm still fixing that.
Damn.
Did we get an update from Baxter that the stream cut out?
Yes, you did.
Okay, we need to go in.
I can't wait to see Alistair's face when I get him out of that dome.
I love that your selfless acts are entirely selfish.
I love that too.
Yeah. I can't wait to rub it into his face that he got captured and I saved him. I'm not competitive. What are you talking about?
Laura's gonna be a supervillain. Eventually.
I think Laura might just be working all by herself in a lab somewhere at some point.
Yeah.
That might be the safest option for everyone.
She will be Doctor Strange before he has character development.
Yes.
Okay, so I think it makes sense to start with Ignacio.
Okay.
You do want to get a distraction going.
You have a flamethrower. I don't think it will be hard.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna just kick the door in and just do a big gust of flame. Aiming high, just doing a big...
Yeah, I think that would be pretty distracting.
Yes.
The question is how safe it is and how well you manage to control the flames. So give me a roll, please.
Okay, I've got Clank. Okay, this is 3 on the die. And I think this is a good time to use my gold star.
I would agree. I would definitely agree on that one.
Otherwise, you'll just burn down the building on top of us.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think you do pretty much what you described. You just kick the door in with a bang and you lift up your flamethrower. That is also a vacuum cleaner.
You just reverse the polarity and now it shoots out stuff instead of sucking it in.
Yes. Specifically flames.
Who wants some?
It's just a huge spectacle. It's a huge spectacle and... You actually can see all of the people in the room. Towards the back, you see especially Multitool in the dome and Figure 8. And pretty close to you, there's Mandy on the floor.
Just sort of like grabbing around for batteries.
Oh, I think we planned to do these, like, shoot Mandy a message of, like, get ready, fire in the hole, cover your eyes.
Yeah, you did. And I did claim that I was looking at my phone.
Yeah. So you knew something was coming and you were a bit worried that it was, like, bad.
Yeah. I will later claim that I had it under wraps and your help was not necessary.
Yeah, sure. But I think you're pretty impressed by this display, even with your, too cool persona.
I actually kinda like Ignacio.
Yeah, fair enough. And the other three have these what the fuck looks on their faces. They didn't expect this whatsoever, because who does? So I think that pretty much the distraction was a success. And let's just see what Laura does with that time you bought her.
I assume I know where the behind the scenes, like, rooms are and stuff like that. Okay, so I just, like, stealthily walk along the corridor and, like, look into rooms and try to see if they're where the other hostages are being kept.
In the changing room that's closest to the entrance into the main area, you find the hostages. They are all inside domes and also tied up.
Okay. Laura comes in and puts a finger to her lips and looks around for the pieces of string.
You can tell that Alistair is shouting at you, even though you can't hear anything.
I'm gonna look at him like murder in my eyes and just...
And the vice principal is also here, and she just keeps shaking her head at you.
Where are the strings at? I mean, I ignore them.
You can't find any.
So maybe he has them on him? I think Laura notices that no sound can get through them and grabs, like, a piece of paper from her bag and writes down, have a distraction going, wait for the shields to go down, find piece of string, untie knot, =, lowers shields, and, like, holds it up to them, then gives the shush sign again and goes back out and sees if the back entrance has a string on it.
It doesn't.
Damn! Okay, then you hear some kind of commotion from the main thing.
Yes, you do. Mostly, like, Ignacio screaming.
Okay, then is there like a second entrance, like from the stage maybe?
Yes, there is.
Okay, then Laura would head there to try and flank them and do our pincer maneuver.
I think that at this moment, the others have also recovered from this shocking development. And especially the mood seems to be getting ready for an attack. You can already feel these tendrils of anxiety creeping up in you, and because you're still pretty far apart, the effect is somewhat weakened, but they step closer to you.
You might hear, like, a vibration in your pocket, like from some sort of signal that Laura sent, like, I'm ready.
Okay, good. I'll throw the smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb!
As soon as you came in, by the way, I covered my eyes, according to the message.
Give me a roll for that smoke bomb.
Okay.
Just right in the middle between all of them?
Okay, it's 3 on the die. Well, I'm more towards the mood, honestly. A gold star would bring it to a 5.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
it's
a
worth
success.
it. It's worth it.
Alright. Tell me what happens.
I just wanna bean him right in the head.
Can I suggest something?
Sure.
He gets beamed right in the head, and it's like a repeat of the scene with it throwing at the chair in the last episode. Like it's thrown against the head, it falls down, he's like, ow, and then it explodes.
Oh, brilliant. I love it.
Yes, so you've never been really good at sports, so you have no idea how you managed to throw this beaker with pinpoint accuracy, but you somehow did. And it just hits them on the forehead. And this ow you felt before, the beaker falls down, breaks apart, and then suddenly there's just smoke and also a smell that seems to be fine for you, but you bet if you're in the middle of it, it's just excruciating.
It is excruciating for Mandy.
I mean, Mandy could be used to bad smells by now. She had to smell herself the entire time.
Wow. I mean, Mandy is holding her nose and eyes closed, so at least that.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think for now that the mood is not able to do much. And I think that was a pretty epic moment, so I'm gonna give you a gold star for that one.
Ooh, thank you.
Yay!
And Laura is on the stage, I suppose. or behind the curtain maybe to not be in view yet, even though like the others are distracted. They're not looking in your direction at all.
Can I use this like moment? I know I'm a bit far away from like Multitool's prison, but can I see if there's a piece of string lying around, or can I see on the like one person we haven't seen so far on figure 8, if I assume he has it on, can I see the string anywhere? That's what I'm saying.
You cannot see any string near the dome that Multitool is under. You do notice that Multitool is very much awake now.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do see is that figure 8 seems to be fiddling with something on his wrist.
Okay, I can see that Demuth seems to be out of commission for the moment.
Oh yeah.
And Mandy is crouched down somewhere, not of use for now.
I don't even know if I'm visible from the stage right now.
So I'm thinking about the biggest threat is probably Looking Glass, because she can split us up. But if I get at figure 8 and get those strings untied, then we have a bunch of backup. So I think I try to throw the beaker at figure 8 and envelop him in a gust of smoke and see if I can run over and get the strings off his wrist.
I mean, sure. Give me a roll for that.
Please, dice. You've been of great service so far, please.
A 1 would be so funny. What is it?
Oh.
It's a 1.
Oh no.
Amazing.
The dice have spoken. The plan will now go to shit.
So remember how you said earlier that this thing should be immediately thrown. Like, don't wait for it, just throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not quick enough. It just feels sort of slippery in your fingers and falls to the ground right in front of you, and the beaker shatters, and now you're enveloped in just a lot of smoke and a horrible smell.
Oh no.
God.
And you can't see this from your angle, but you've been noticed.
I assume so.
Figure 8 and Looking Glass have now realized that there's another person here.
Ignacio is just the MVP of the situation, like the
Oh,
only
yeah?
person who's doing something useful.
So maybe at this point, Mandy could be looking around and see what's going on.
Yeah, if the smoke around me is not that strong, I can maybe actually see what's going on.
Yeah, I think you just get a few smoke tendrils and a bit of a bad smell, but it doesn't affect you to the degree that the other two who have been hit by it are affected.
Okay, I think Mandy would use the chaos to climb up on stage and try to get to Looking Glass.
What do you want to do when you reach her?
I wanna grab her arm and say, this shit is over, we gotta get out.
Yeah, I think you reach her pretty easily, and she looks at you and says, together?
Sure, yeah. That's the idea.
Okay, now give me a roll.
Okay. Mechanically, it is worse to remove the consequence, but, like, I can't do this while stinking. So, I think, like, I used the jacket to, like, cover my nose and my eyes when the smoke bombs went off, and left it behind.
Okay, yeah.
And as a result, that has passed, and I don't have that consequence anymore. That's a fucking 6, baby!
Yes!
Awesome.
That is a 6. Man, I would have been interested in what a 1 would have done. Because I do not have the social skills to pull that up.
Yes, the punk asshole charm that just works on Looking Glass so well.
It's honest punk asshole charm.
Yeah.
You can see her putting her hand into her jacket pocket and getting out a little makeup mirror and putting it on the floor, and then grabbing your hand and then touching the mirror. And the next thing you know, you're actually outside of the school grounds, in the parking lot, next to a car.
Yeah, hell yeah, fuck off. We're going. We're driving off into the sunset.
You're 14 years old and already on the run.
Yeah. I mean, I have good evidence against me.
Ignacio just sees how these two disappear.
Look, I took one of them out, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem for another day.
You only have to deal with 2 of them now.
Yeah.
That's true, and one of them is still not ready to strike back in any way. But Figure 8 seems to have come up with some sort of plan, and you can see him fiddling with something in his hands.
Oh no.
And next thing you see is just this wall of energy coming towards you at an alarming speed.
Okay, I'm gonna try and dodge.
Yeah, reasonable, I guess.
Yes, this wall seems to be pretty small, like it's not room size, and you think maybe that the domes and the walls in front of the doors are the limit he has on how big the energy walls can get.
Okay.
So you have a possibility of dodging this.
Let's try.
Yes.
Another 3.
Gold star?
Gold star. I could use my last gold star.
Bro, I cannot do this alone.
Yeah, no, I'll use my last gold star.
Alright. So, how do you dodge this wall of energy?
I think I'm going to jump to the side, and if possible, if there's like some sort of background thing, or I can just hide under the chairs.
Or we can power slide under a desk or something.
Into the piano.
I can put the piano between me and the wall.
True.
Yes, you can do that. So yeah, I think you just sort of roll under the piano and behind it, and the wall grazes the piano and then just vanishes when it clashes into the actual building wall.
Okay, yeah, this is good. This is working out. Do I see an outlet anywhere?
I think where the piano is, there's probably also an outlet in case you need some other instruments there, so sure.
Okay, I'm gonna plug in the extension cord for the gauntlet.
Hell yeah. So you have now plugged in your gauntlet, which means you can use your electricity now.
Okay.
Rocket punch!
I'll try, but I think Laura should go first.
I'm just stumbling out of the smoke cloud, like coughing and blinded with like tears streaming down my face and stumbling towards Figure 8.
Yeah, so I think what happens here is that you sort of stumble off the stage.
Ouch.
Which Multitool can totally see.
It's fine. I can recover from this.
And from the ground you can sort of try to swat at Figure 8.
Can I just try to grab his ankle and like trip him up?
Yes, you can also do that.
Okay. I think that is more in tune with where Laura is at now. Now I get a 6. It's a 6.
Yeah, so you think that he was probably already distracted by all the things that were going on with Ignatius and wasn't expecting you to come out of your weird smoke cloud. He definitely wasn't expecting you to just sort of fall down and try ripping his foot off, more or less.
And I scream at Ignacio, the strings on his wrist and tie them.
And I think I'm going to count that one as an assist someone.
Awesome.
Because now it should be pretty easy for Ignacio to do something.
Okay, let's go.
We can do this.
Okay, we cannot actually do this. I rolled a 2. I still have 1 gold star.
And you get a +1 with my assist. And you get 2 with the gold star, then you're at 5.
Perfect. Okay, then I just rocket punch over there.
Hell yeah.
The thing drags me along and I just grab the Figure 8's wrist and just...
Do you at the same time taser Figure 8?
Yes. Yes, I do. I might tase myself a bit, it's okay.
You're used to it by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're pretty fine. You're pretty fine. This went better than expected, honestly. And yeah, I think that all of that electricity is not something that Figure 8 can actually withstand. Like, he gets knocked out. You can see that around his wrist he has a little bracelet, and on that bracelet there's just several knots.
I'm just gonna rip them apart.
You do that, and you can see that the dome actually falls down, that Multitool is trapped under.
Okay, awesome.
That's good.
Laura stands up, coughing and like shaking her hand out. Good work. Just according to my brilliant plan. It all went according to plan. And she looks over at Jimud and says, okay, bro, you are the last one standing. Do you really want to drag this out, or will you just go down quietly? It's you alone against all of us, and you saw what we just did to your friends.
the mood is running off towards the exit already.
Reasonable.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's fine. Someone else can deal with that. I stink like rotten eggs. I have a stolen book in my hands. I got zapped a tiny bit. I think Laura will just try to make the best of the situation and walk over to Multitool and say, "Hi, I'm..." Excuse the stink. "I'm Laura Papadopoulos Miller. This is Ignacio Quintana, and you have just been saved." And offers him a hand to stand up.
Yeah, I mean, courtesy of IQ and Mastermind.
Sure.
So you let the mood go for now. Let someone else deal with that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So Multitool ignores your outstretched hand and gets up himself.
Rude.
And he says, well, that was a shit show.
Yeah, you know how it goes. No plan survives first contact with the enemy.
I'm sorry, a shit show?
I'm just not going to do any of these events again. You cannot pay me enough for this.
Or, you could hire this guy over there and get you some proper rocket punches on these arms.
Yeah, seriously, what you got there? What you working with?
These are highly durable prosthetics that are not meant for fighting. I am retired, you know that, right?
Well, I do, but clearly there's people who don't.
Yeah, but still, there's so much space in there. Just put a taser in there. Just for, self-defense.
Yeah, it's a taser, goes with everything.
I will look after the other hostages now. And Laura goes back in the hopes of just rubbing it into Alistair's face that he got saved by her.
I think Ignacio is just kind of poking at the arm. I'm sorry, but really, you didn't put anything in here? You got Knight Rider's level stuff.
I didn't want to.
Okay.
I used to be able to turn my arms into anything. You think your little gadgets can compare?
Now, I understand you've had a rough morning, but that's uncalled for.
You're being a dick right now, bro.
We literally saved you.
Not you. They.
I helped.
Yeah, you
Hey,
did.
without me, none of this would have worked.
You did help. So the other hostages are also freed now, and some of them have actually taken off already towards the exit.
Typical.
The only two that are left are the vice principal and Hero.
Makes sense.
And as you walk in, Hero is just like, don't worry about it. I'm going to save us all.
Yeah, you're late for that.
Miss Davies, the villains have been apprehended or fled, and the situation is under control. If you wish to talk to Mr. Knox, this way, please.
She seems to be in shock. She follows you, but there's not much reactions going on there.
Hero, it's okay. I already did all the fighting and winning.
Oh, cool. Congratulations.
If you want, one of them ran away. You can chase after him, but I have a feeling that he might have a bit of trouble with a, cordoned off street and a few hundred cops. But if you are spoiling for a fight...
Oh, I'm so gonna follow this person. I'm gonna get them. Just don't even worry about it. And he runs off at an incredible speed. Not quite speedster level, but faster than the average human.
Look out! He's got fear powers. Oh, they. I think they are they.
Yes.
They called them. Oh, you can't hear me anymore. Okay.
Yeah, he's gone. So you are now, except for Mandy and Looking Glass, who we will deal with in a second.
Yes.
You are now, at least the remaining hostages, in the auditorium. At your feet, there's Figure 8, still knocked out.
We tie him up.
Oh, you fools. You cover him in knots. Knots are what makes him strong.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'll use the tape.
Oh, nice.
Duct tape.
Duct tape solves everything.
You are busy doing that when suddenly, from just the edge of your vision, you can see a green blur that comes in and stops right in front of you.
Oh, hell yeah. It's him.
Ooh.
And as he stops, you recognize this hero immediately because he's the Great Starbolt.
Even Laura is starstruck.
Hello, sir?
Hi.
Wow, it seems like I wasn't needed after all, huh?
Oh, no, the world needs you. We need you.
Seems like you dealt with this situation pretty well.
Yes, we did. It was according to my incredible planning and IQ's incredible things he did with technology.
I mean, that's...
Good job.
There's still, there were 3 people, and, one ran off, but one of our friends is after them, and one of them is, a teleporter, and she got away. So, yeah, but everything else is under control. The hostages are, free, sir. So, yes.
Great. I actually have to go now. This is the 4th ex-SOS member that has been attacked, and there's still more, so I don't really have time to talk to you, even though I would love to, but goodbye. And he's gone again.
Huh.
Iggy, did you slip him one of your cards?
No.
Oh, no.
He's too fast. I'm sure this moment really inspired him. Hey, maybe I should give my powers to a few teenagers. You know?
Maybe. And what you also notice now that Multitool does not seem to be a fan of Starbolt.
So, Mr. Knox, excuse me, what is the protocol for this? Do we just go out there? Do you have a cleanup crew? Because there might be some broken windows and or doors that we had to get out of the way?
Well, this just became an SOS mission, so someone from the organization will come and deal with it all, I'm sure.
Okay, good.
They're good at cleaning up messes after all.
Okay, and those people are gonna be the kind of people where if you give them your card,
I'm sure they will want to talk to us about all of this at length.
I know you're out of the game, but maybe you got some few phone numbers.
Yeah, is there anyone we should look out for? Anyone we should talk to about this?
You know what? Just give them a little demonstration with that gauntlet of yours when they come here. I'm sure they appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
Also, it stinks really bad in here. I think we should go outside.
Yeah, good call.
Good call.
And he actually picks up Figure 8 pretty easily with his prosthetic arm. So while it might not have rockets or a taser, it seems to be sturdy enough to carry things around.
Boring. Cut to an hour later.
No, cut to our 2 girls first.
Yes. Look, for me, I did perfectly. I got my 2 girls out.
Yes, that is the goal.
That is what I did in there. I got the girl who apparently doesn't give a shit about me out, and I got the girl who does give a shit about me out. So I did perfect.
And the next time we see Mandy in the main plot, it will be when she gets out of juvie.
No.
No.
You don't get to juvie if they never get you.
Exactly. So you and Looking Glass are standing outside next to this car.
So, you got a place to hide out? Did y'all have any plans about what you would do after this whole thing was over?
Well, I had plans. I didn't really plan on taking the other 2 with me.
What kind of plans?
I have a hideout not far from here.
Wait, before you tell me about that. Mandy just turns off her phone in her pocket and throws it away. Okay, continue.
She seems slightly irritated by that, but probably thinks that the fact that you threw it away by yourself is probably a good sign.
Yeah, I don't want to be tracked. We're on the run now.
Yeah, it's pretty off the track, and by that I mean you literally cannot enter it unless you can walk through mirrors.
Ooh. Let me see.
Just a fair warning, my little sister will be there, and we will have to take her with us.
I mean, I guess we need all the help we can get, right? We still want to break your supervillain parent out, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you ever heard about my mother?
I've heard about a lot of supervillains. It kind of blurs together at some point.
I'm sure the name Bloody Mary rings a bell. You definitely remember Bloody Mary. As the name suggests, her powers are also very mirror-based. And Bloody Mary's mission was actually killing men that have wronged women and somehow gotten away with it. So, you know...
Fuck yes, I know Bloody Mary. Jeez, I didn't connect it. I thought she had, blood-based powers or something. I never got that it was the mirrors.
Yeah, no, that's my mother.
Yeah, well, then what are we waiting for? Let's get out.
Yep, let's get out. She takes your hand and touches the mirror of the car, and the 2 of you disappear.
and all that remains is a cracked smartphone on the floor.
Yes, and actually from the shadows of the parking lot, there's just Joey, and he nods approvingly.
See you, space cowboy.
Basically, yes. So the others are getting interviewed by members of the SOS. And I actually do think the SOS is kind of impressed with you and puts you on some sort of list.
Yes.
You're not exactly sure what the list does, but it's probably good. Or bad, because they think you might turn into villains.
Probably.
Internships, scholarships, tutorships, all the ships.
I mean, we have pre-established that teenagers can join the SOS, but I assume you have to be a certain minimum age.
Yeah, and I think maybe, some of the higher-ups need to check people out first.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets a recommendation by Starbolt,
Or by, I don't know, the US government, whoever did the moon thing.
Oh yeah, that was the government. And I think actually Max probably went through the normal process where they reviewed her.
Yeah. They just took Max because Max has very useful powers.
Yes.
We're just part of the early placement program, the EAP.
Eep.
Yep.
Eep. So I think this went pretty successful for all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we all got what we wanted, I think.
I think so.
I find it kind of funny that the one person who took a rank that makes them super unremarkable and unnoticeable did the best showing out of all of us.
Yeah.
And the one person who wants to always one-up everyone else just threw a smoke bomb on themselves.
Yeah, just kept eating shit.
You're so lucky that Ignacio is probably talking you up in front of the SOS members.
Oh, absolutely.
And also, the person who acted the most selflessly in a lot of the situation is the one who wants to be a supervillain.
Yes, like, you saved Lila.
Who, by the way, did not return the favor.
No, she
Not
didn't.
even a little.
I just imagine like Looking Glass and Mandy like Bonnie and Claudia, I guess.
Bonnie and Bonnie.
Like Bonnie and
Bonnie.
gliding across the country and like send in her little sister like as a spy into the bank, tell us how many guards there are and stuff like that, and then we're gonna go and rob it.
And we're gonna break out Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, we can travel through mirrors. What can it fucking do?
Well,
Can't be that hard.
Bloody Mary can also travel through mirrors, so you would think that they probably have something to keep her from doing that.
Yeah, but we can just emerge from a mirror out of eyesight of her.
Yeah.
Just need to get a mirror to her.
We'll find out. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out eventually in the main plot if that actually worked.
I mean, yeah, that would be great.
Mimi, this was fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
nice.
loved how it turned out. I loved the
Yeah.
characters and how creative
Yeah.
you got.
Yeah, it feels like we went a pretty chaotic path towards the end.
Yeah, I love the banter and the messing with each other.
Yeah,
And the completely splitting up.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun being the game master for you and being on this adventure with you. I loved how creative this got and sort of exploring the world of the non-superpowered people in this world. And I hope you had fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
It was a cool little low-stakes adventure.
Great.
With high stakes where people died.
Yeah.
almost.
Yes.
Luca, it was so great to have you here. It's
Yes.
such a different dynamic when you have
I had a blast.
like a guest and stuff. I love Ignacio so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was such a great dynamic.
Maybe we can have you on again sometime in the future. I'd really like that.
I would absolutely love to.
Yeah.
I can totally imagine like Ignacio being the Q of the SOS and just like building cool gadgets to like give to superheroes to help them with their superpowers and stuff
Nice.
like that.
Yeah, he might have built one of the new attachments to Knight Rider's bike
Hell
that he still uses. Where can people find you, Luca?
I can be found on Super Idols RPG.
Yeah, check out Super Idols RPG. Once more, it is really good, and you will like it if you like this.
Yes.
And we're just about to start our arc number 3.
And while you're on Twitter, go follow Queen Bee, which is the character that Luca plays on Super Idols.
Please do. She really needs it.
Yeah, it's tagged in our episode uploads there, for sure. And also, if you want to find our episode uploads, you should go to @WaypointPod. That's what we're called on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can also write us an email, waypointheroes@gmail.com. Our opening theme song was made for us by Persky. You can also locate Persky if you look through our Twitter feed on Bandcamp as I'm Persky, I think. And also, as we have been made aware recently, we don't have a lot of reviews on the podcast sites where you can review things, mainly Apple Podcasts. So if you're listening to our podcast and you have enjoyed it so far, feel free to put a nice review in for us on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us be noticed by people that we can't talk to directly through basically like our circle and their circles.
And I still have one food crime opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
And it's just 2 words. Hot grapes.
Okay, I've heard of frozen grapes, and that's already been bad.
I'm not saying I liked it, but I have tried it, and it's a thing that some people apparently eat.
Okay.
So there we go.
I have questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they like boiled? Are they microwaved?
Microwaved, yes.
They don't explode?
I'd also think they'd explode.
Some of our listeners will know what we are referring to. Everyone else would just be confused and or appalled.
I am appalled.
It is a bit on my brother and me, but I've also found out that it's something people actually eat, because of course it is. And I've tried it and it's bad.
Okay, alternative thing. Frozen grapes. That is something I have become familiar with. People freeze grapes and eat them frozen.
Yeah, or you can like put them into your drink instead of ice cubes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what
you
I do,
freeze them,
yes.
You put it in your wine so you don't dilute
Yes.
it.
But like people just eat frozen grapes, and I've tried that, and it like destroys what I like about grapes. I think grapes have a really nice mouthfeel and like really nice way of eating them, and I just can't get into it. So people get mad at me in the other direction. I do not like frozen grapes.
I think we can agree that grapes are already in a great state as they are.
Yes.
And if you have to do something with them, just turn them into liquid and drink juice or wine or whatever.
If we eat grapes, we should eat them as
Yes.
the gods intended for us.
Yes.
Which is at room temperature.
If you really want to cook some fruit, try and grill some peaches. That's pretty good. Grilled peaches.
Grilled peaches.
That
I can't
does sound
imagine
good.
that,
That does sound
actually.
good.
Yeah.
Before we turn from hot grapes and icy grapes to sour grapes, I'd say we should end this episode out.
Yes. I'm going to say goodbye from your interim game master. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
The dice have spoken. The plan will now go to shit.